Okay.
Okay. We also have the memo complimenting the producers of the Delta Science Conference that was in October, and I guess every board member was at part of the conference. Many of us were for the whole conference. We were all extremely impressed by the conference and drafted a memo to that effect. We stressed in the first paragraph of the memo the importance of having full participation by the scientific community at this conference. It is one of the key places where science is shared, where people can learn from each other, where you can begin to get this landscape level and thinking in different time periods. It's an opportunity for the agency scientists or the management teams themselves to step out of their particular dilemmas and look at the big picture. And we want to reiterate that it's an extremely important event for the scientific community, and it was very well done. Very impressive conference. We provided a few suggestions as to how it could be done better, and I hope they don't get in the way of the good things that were already done, and somebody doesn't forget, just because we made these suggestions, that the other good things get lost. It's a very impressive program. So a nice letter to that effect. And then another bullet, and we are in the process of thinking about how to, I threatened to abdicate as soon as the BDCP EIR arrived, and that helped stimulate a discussion as to how chairs might go, how we might go from one chair to the next. And we're not yet decided on that, but we are thinking of a process of having a chair-elect, a past chair, and this helps keep the set of chairs having at least among us people who are local, who can come and speak to you easily, though on occasion we will bring people from afar to speak as chair. And then in that process we could also divide up some of the responsibilities as new things come on the board, then the new chair takes those new things on. We haven't decided who gets the BDCP EIR, but that's it.
I don't know what that means, but I look forward to the suggestions you're making with interest.
I think it just means we're probably moving towards a triumvirate approach. I guess you would have no idea what that means. You're single ruler up there. No.
Phil.
I got it.
Okay.
I thought political scientists, social scientists had no sense of humor by requirement of law or something like that. Doesn't seem
an
to be
economist
the case.
more so than others, I thought. Which brings me to the point that yes, it looks like we are going to have more thorough benefit cost analyses being done of the project, and should the board want a briefing on what to look for in benefit cost analyses, I have been an expert in that area, and David Sundin was once a student. The program I was a professor.
One of the interesting things is that I'm told at the Aqua conference, Mr. Sunding, who's the economist hired by BDCP, gave one of the presentations, and then Jeff Michael, who is from the University of the Pacific, but also a consultant to the Delta Protection Commission on the economic sustainability study, did a response. And frankly, I thought that the exchanges reported by Randy and also the blogging that Mr. Michael has done recently were pretty interesting in watching a point where, in this case, economists talk to each other, rattle their sabers a bit, but the issues seem more manageable than the kind of abstract, angry voices, invectives, and adjectives that go on in the rest of the water world, which gives me some modest hope that perhaps there might even be a resolution of important but technical questions like a discount rate for calculations of cost-benefit analysis. And I mentioned that Don was present during that discussion. I think there's a point at which significant questions with technical implications are resolvable by disputing experts getting together sometimes.
Yeah.
And that then informs our process and can help us a lot.
I think the advantage is that it works at a level of analysis that's a little easier to handle. Underneath that sort of general, categories of looking at water risk, water reliability, water quality, there's all kinds of assumptions under there. But you can do sensitivity analyses to different assumptions and say, well, the conclusion is still pretty robust. And it's a framework in which you can have an intelligent, reasonably well-informed discussion and get the big issues out without having to get to page 17,332 of the EIR. And, but we could do benefit cost analysis to that level of detail also. And then it would lose its point. I think it is a way of helping the public discussion at a level that really is more productive.
Okay.
Okay.
Questions on that? Doctor, thank you very much. Appreciate
Thank you
it.
very
Have a
much.
good trip.
Thank you.
Okay.